Hello, and I'd like to welcome you all once again to the old schoolhouse here in the hamlet of Butterstone in Perthshire for another one of our wee half-hour Saturday night shows. And we haven't had one of these for a while, actually. It's been 2 or 3 weeks, I think, since we've done one of these. I've had a very busy week. Had a wonderful trip down to Cornwall and down at a festival down there. So thanks to all the folk that came out to the shows and a show in Oxford. You just don't realise how far it is away, though, down there until you have to drive home. 9 hours it took me to drive home. I did a 9-hour overnight drive to miss the traffic because it was the end of the holidays. Anyway, so it's been a busy week. I'm going to start off with this wee song, and I've done this. It's been a wee while since I've done this song, and for those of you who hadn't heard it before, I grew up in the country, and most of you know I grew up in a kind of rural background, and I realised that the people that I grew up with were all the simple farm workers and the people that worked on the land, and these were the people that you kind of hang around with when you were young. But I realised when I was much older that they were actually the people that kind of build the foundation on which you kind of build your whole life, you know, and they're the ones that they build the stepping stones for you for you to go forward. So this is I wrote this for me and my sister, and from that wee rural background, and we'll try it and see how we get on. Oh, and please welcome to the stage the wonderful Tatty Faces, who are going to be accompanying me tonight. And I think they might have been partying when I was away. Actually, I've got a funny feeling. And there was, I think, their brother, the fisherman from Lewis, must have been down. I think he came down with a few bottles of whiskey because there was a terrible smell of lobsters all around Butterstone when I arrived back. Anyway, enough nonsense. Here we go. So much time has gone since we worked out in these open fields with the hopes of generations pulled around us and the strength revealed, and so much has been done since we ran around the snake old woods, never knowing where our gentle lights might lead us, or if indeed they could. Oh, but we do not stand alone. I know we stand with all the others out in the deep unknown. I know we stand upon their stepping stones. And sure and simple souls guarded round us as we whirly grew, with nothing greater than what working days had shown them. They gave us all they knew, and though their dreams were small, oh, their true and rural hearts were strong, and with an honest smile that burns for some place distant, they helped us all along. Oh, and we do not stand alone. I know we stand with all the others out in the deep unknown. I know we stand upon their stepping stones. Mr. Tatty Face. silent hours, when reflection turns our journey down, and we think on all departed conversations. It's such an earthy sound. Oh, but we do not stand alone. I know we stand with all the others out in the deep unknown. I know we stand with all the others out in the deep unknown. I know we stand upon their stepping stones. Thank you very much. And that was my wee song, Stepping Stones, about the folk that I grew up with and the fact that they make the path that you walk. So this tonight is the number 150. This is the 150th one of these wee shows we've done. And I can't believe it. The Tatty Faces have been all excited all day, you know, about the whole idea of getting here. But I think we're going to save up the big party till number 200. But it's great. And thanks for all those folk that have been with us over the last 150 shows, because I know that some people have watched every single one, which is absolutely brilliant. And so there's this great wee community sort of built up now. And I'm going to... So please leave us a wee message on the Facebook page to let us know where you're watching from, because that's what's great, and it gives us a wee idea of what's going on out there. And this wee song, this was a request, and I haven't done this song for a while, and I thought I would. It's a wee slow song, but I thought I would turn it into a kind of a wee chorus song for the global choir. And so we'll just have a wee go at it. And it was requested. I'll just get the request just now. It was requested for Sheila Kelly. Isn't it Sheila Kelty or Kelly in Greenfield, Massachusetts, in the USA. Greenfield, Massachusetts. That's a nice part of the world. I've spent a bit of time over there. Anyway, so the song's called Only Love, and all you have to sing is you sing, "Love, there is only love, no matter what fools might say. Love comes and takes our breath away." Simple. So it's love, there is only love. No matter what fools might say, love comes and takes our breath away. And so we'll have a wee go at it and see how we get on. And maybe a bit ones and twos here tonight because of the kind of crazy week I've had. But old hearts endure, now and forevermore, standing at their castle door, they watch the years roll by. And old hearts stand tall, tower over it all, standing at their castle wall, they watch the gaze there is only love, no matter what fools might say. Love comes and takes our breath away. That's the chorus. Would you like to try that? Maybe we'll try it again. Love, there is only love, no matter what fools might say. Love comes and takes our breath away. And old stories told, oh, to have and to hold, and as a destiny unfolds, we watch the time roll by, and all hearts transcend, oh, and brave souls defend, strong and sturdy to the end. They watch the time roll by. Love, there is only love, no matter what fools might say. Love comes and takes our breath away. And old hearts endure now and forevermore, standing at their castle door. They watch the days roll by, and old hearts stand tall, tower over it all, standing at their castle wall. They watch the days roll by. Here we go. Love, there is only love, no matter what fools might say. Love comes and takes our breath away. So this is where you're going to sing it on your own. I've never done this before, but it might be quite nice. So we'll get the big global choir singing. It's quite a lovely, relevant theme for the global choir to sing. Here we go, on your own. Love is only fools might say. Beautiful. I think we'll do it again with a wee harmony or two. I can get the vibe here in the old school. I'm getting the vibe through the walls, the global vibe. We go, oh, love, there is only love, no matter what fools might say. Well done. That was absolutely beautiful. I'm, I'm feeling it here in the old schoolhouse here on a very windy night outside in Butterstone. That's nice. That's quite a nice song for us all to sing. We'll do another wee song with the chorus. This is very difficult. This has been requested as well. I pick the songs from the requests that I get, the songs that I do for these wee Saturday night. But I've got that many songs. I have 200 or 300 songs that I've written, and I got so hard to kind of choose them myself that I decided that the best way was to just follow the requests, and that's what I do now. So we put all the songs into Duncan's hat, and we pull them out. And so we're going to do this one. And that's what's great about doing these shows, and it's live. This is not recorded. This is actually, for those of you who have just joined us, this is actually, so if things go wrong, if things go pear-shaped, then things go pear-shaped. And actually, they are going to go pear-shaped because I had the right guitar after all. Actually, I'm talking too much, and I use different guitar tunings, and I had the right guitar already. So we'll do this song, and the chorus of this one's very difficult. And this came from a trip I had in America years ago with a whole bunch of musicians, and we had a tour bus, and the tour bus driver, it was an old tour bus. In fact, I think it was from the 1950s, the tour bus, and it had a leak so that all the diesel fumes were coming into the bus. And we nearly all got asphyxiated, and we had a couple of days off, so Tommy, the driver, decided to drive back to Nashville, get the bus fixed, and come back and pick us up. And he was real Nashville, Tommy, real Nashville accent he had. And I said to him, well, Tommy, don't leave us here. Don't leave us. We're stranded in this Motel 6 or somewhere up in the middle of nowhere in Michigan, I think it was. And I says, don't leave us stranded here. And he says, don't worry, he says, if the spirit's willing and the creeks don't rise, he says, I'll be back to get you. And I loved that saying. I'd never heard it before. So I wrote a song. I wrote a wee song around that, and the chorus goes, if the spirit is willing and the rivers don't rise. See, I wouldn't say creek in Scotland. The spirit is willing and the rivers don't rise, and the light doesn't disappear out of our eyes, and adventure stays with us with its pain and its surprise, we'll be together again. And that's only half the chorus, because the next bit goes... and if the line takes a strain, I can't even remember it myself. The line takes a strain and the rope doesn't break, and the venom stays asleep in the tooth of the snake, and we don't hold against us the mistakes that we make, we'll be together again. If you can't get all the words, you can quickly go and Google them maybe, you might find them on Google. But if you can't, you can just sing the we'll be together again bit at the end of each line. A bit of bass from Duncan here. In fact, you could sing the little whistle bit. There used to be a little whistle bit when I recorded it. It's really good to go down. No, it's too low for me to sing. Forget that. That was it. We're held in the motion as it sweeps us along, never knowing quite where it might lead. And from mountain to ocean we try to be strong, for we bend to the ultimate need of the hopes and the fears of the yet to be born. Determined we nourish their seed. But if the spirit is willing, the rivers don't rise, and the light doesn't disappear out of our eyes, and adventure stays with us with its pain and surprise. We'll be together again. And if the line takes the strain and the rope doesn't break, and the venom stays asleep in the tooth of the snake, and we don't hold against us the mistakes that we make, sing this back, we'll be together again. Oblivious love when it's clear and it's young, oh, it waits for a chance to shine through. Oh, and brother and sister, from one we have come, and we wait for the chance to renew with the dreams and the schemes of the innocent years that shine from the place that we grew. And if the spirit is willing and the rivers don't rise, and the light doesn't disappear out of our eyes, and adventure stays with us with its pain and surprise, we'll be together again. And if the line takes the strain and the rope doesn't break, and the venom stays asleep in the tooth of the snake, and we don't hold against us the mistakes that we make, oh, we'll be together again. Oh, we'll be together again. We're held in the motion as it moves us along, never knowing quite where it might lead. From mountain to ocean, we try to be strong. Oh, we bend to the ultimate need of the hopes and the fears of the yet to be born. Determined we nourish their seed. Make a better noise, come on. If the spirit is willing and the rivers don't rise, and the light doesn't disappear out of our eyes, and adventure stays with us with its pain and surprise, sing it, we'll be together again. And if the line takes the strain, the rope doesn't break, and the venom stays asleep in the tooth of the snake, and we don't hold against us the mistakes that we make, oh, we'll be together again. I think we'll try it on your, I'll let you try it on your own and see how much you can get of this. Go on. If the spirit, the rivers don't rise, last time, here we go. And if the spirit is willing and the rivers don't rise, and the light doesn't disappear out of our eyes, and adventure stays with us with its pain and surprise, we'll be together again. And if the line takes the strain, the rope doesn't break, and the venom stays asleep in the tooth of the snake, and we don't hold against us the mistakes that we make, oh, we'll be together again. Oh, we'll be together again. Yeah, oh, we'll be together again. Oh, we'll be together. Well done, well done. I should have got you all to have a bit more alcohol before you started trying to sing that. Get your wee glass of wine out and that. But well done. It's a difficult thing to sing. We've got a lot of words in it, but you did a great job. I was getting the vibe here in the old schoolhouse, and we'll do one more song. And this I definitely need this guitar for. And that song was requested for Leah Tamar Benson and for Harry Miles in Auckland, in New Zealand. Auckland in New Zealand. I've got a lot of family on New Zealand. I've got cousins living down. I've got cousins living down in the South Island, down in Invercargill, and my uncles emigrated out there in the 1950s, and it's a great place, New Zealand. I've done I did a number of concerts there over the years, and got to see a little bit of the place. One of my favourite places was called the Bay of Islands up in the north. It was brilliant. And one of my least favourite places was Rotorua, because of the smell of the sulphur. I was there with my son when he was just wee, and we couldn't quite work out how you could make a place that smelled so badly of rotten eggs into a tourist attraction, you know. But it was a beautiful place, a fascinating place, and it's a fascinating island and great people. And I spent a lot of time with what's the town called? Christchurch, with a whole bunch of Maori people, and they were fantastic. And anyway, that's another story. I'll finish with this, and this was requested as well by it's from Michael and Gazelle O'Brien in Ottawa, in Canada. They requested this, and this is a wee song that I wrote after losing my Uncle Bob. And you've probably heard me tell this story before, but when I was growing up, I had a bachelor Uncle Bob that lived with us. And I thought everybody had a mum and a dad and an Uncle Bob. And he was always there. And it was brilliant, you know, because if you fell out with your father or you fell out with your mother, Uncle Bob was always in the shadows where you could go and moan to him, and you know. And then when I became a teenager, he was always good for borrowing £2 or £3 from when I was wanting to go dancing or going out anywhere, you know. So anyway, when he passed, I was very sad, and but somebody told me that you know that people don't, when people leave, they don't leave, they just hide in the wind. And I thought that was a lovely concept, that. And over the years, and I've lost quite a lot of my friends as I get older, and a lot of the old people that I grew up with now have all gone, but I'm still aware of them around this place, because I live in the place where I grew up. I'm still aware of a lot of these old folk and my own family, my Uncle Bob's and my father, and that around this place. I can still see them in the woods when I go wandering in the woods, or when I cross a field or something, you know. And so anyway, I wrote this song. Time has come, the light is leaving, and what was sure will soon be gone. And what was certain falls and fades away. And though we search, the fields are empty, the forest there's not a sign, and the words we shared we can no longer say, but they hide in the wind, hide in the wind, they hide, they never leave us. They hide in the wind, hide in the wind, they hide, ready to lead us home. Oh, Julie sang and played piano. She taught her little ones the same. Follow your dreams, let no one bend your way. For some the day will last a lifetime, for others it's a moment long. It all flows endless, dark into the grave, but they hide in the wind, hide in the wind, they hide, they never leave us. They hide in the wind, hide in the wind, they hide, ready to lead us home. So in this silent place you'll find us, where troubles lie too deep to stand, and the seeds we sow must grow from where they lie. Oh, the time has come, the light is leaving, and what was sure will soon be gone. What was certain falls and fades away, but they hide in the wind, hide in the wind, they hide, they never leave us. They hide in the wind, hide in the wind, they hide, ready to lead us home. Sing that with me? Try it. Do it one more time. They hide in the wind, hide in the wind, they hide, they never leave us. They hide in the wind, they hide in the wind, they hide, ready to lead us home. Thank you very much, and that's my wee song, "Hide in the Wind," and that was a nice wee bit of singing there too. So we've had quite a good global choir tonight, and that brings us to the end of our 150th broadcast here in the Old School. And I've got one last wee thing to do, which when I was down in Cornwall, there was some. Nettlebed it was, yeah. When some old friends of ours who've been watching, who've watched all the shows, and we've known them for years, and they're great supporters of what I do, me and Jenny do here. And they gave us this as a wee present, and I thought I would keep it and open it on the 150th show. Now it's bubbly, and it was. And it's Mary and Morris Loader, who are pals of us, who have given us this. And so thank you very much to them. Thanks over the last 150 shows. Nigel, my friend Nigel, who I'm going to visit tomorrow, has been supplying me with port. And so everybody's been very supportive. Now I've got 2 glasses here, because I've got one for... So I've got my champagne glass. Got my glasses here. Now I'm going to open this live on Butterstone, live on, and I don't know what's going to happen, because I carried it all the way from Cornwall, and it could be pretty bubbly. So, but maybe this is a mistake. But this is kind of symbolic for us all. So if you've got a glass or something, a wee glass of wine or a wee glass of something, you can. Or a cup of tea, a cup of tea, or a wee cup of coffee, or that. You get ready. We'll have a wee toast to the 150. So if I can open this without causing, the tatty faces have been totally stressed out. They're looking forward to getting a glass of this, but they don't think I'm capable of opening it, and I don't think I am. Okay, here we go. Let's try it and see what happens. Woo! Oh. Okay. Well, I'm glad I did that at the end of the show, because there's bubbly everywhere now. Anyway, so I'm going to invite Jenny, who'd been pressing the buttons for the last 150 shows, to come up, and we'll have a wee toast to you all, and to Morris, and here we go. To Morris and Mary for supplying this. So Jenny, I'll take a little bow for doing all the button pressing, and congratulations. And
well done,
here's all to you all. Thank you for being to Mr. Tattyface, and they're going to get theirs up when we shut everything off. But thanks for being with us, and thanks for being so supportive. And I hope you've enjoyed the last 150 shows. And you have to go back and put the buttons. And we're just going to keep going and see if we can get to 200. So. I hope you're all looking after each other. Things are pretty tricky at the moment, but as long as we all look after each other, we can survive most things. So stay cheery, smile like a tatty face. Happy 150th broadcast, and I'll see you next week. Aikava. Night, night.